Hey there, I'm Nicole King. I'm the broker-owner of 41 Realty Group in Billings, Montana. I am downtown today with Ashlee and Travis, and we are at the Last Chance Pub and Cider Mill. They have a really unique niche in the Billings community. We have quite the brewing community in Billings, but they specifically make apple cider. So it's different than everything else, and they also have some unique things about their building and the great history about it. So I wanted to sit down with them and really learn that history and learn what sets them apart. So thank you guys for sitting down with me today.
Yeah, of course.
Why don't we start with you with the history of the building, and then you've been here from the beginning since it became even an idea, and so I'd love to hear also how it came about.
Yeah. So the building was built in 1901.
Okay.
And it was a Tractor Supply and like a empty carrying facility. So they did parts. They had, these little offices down here were all offices at one point for just the sales and distributing. And then after that, it turned into a windshield factory.
Okay. That's a very different thing. Okay.
So to my understanding, it was empty for quite a while, wasn't it?
Yeah, honestly don't know how long, but it was quite a while.
Yeah, it was an empty building for a long time.
We've been here for almost 20 years, and I feel like it was vacant most of the time that we've lived here until it became a cider mill, or what I call a cider mill. Yeah.
Well, yeah, so then it became this windshield factory. Okay. And it's actually kind of neat because on this side of the building, you can actually drive into the basement of the building, and there's still just like hundreds of windshields.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's so strange.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Okay.
So we don't go to the basement though.
Okay.
That's
you
a
don't
no zone.
need to use the basement for anything
No.
related to this. Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
But we do still use the offices though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I like that I can come and do dinner parties here. We've reserved these and had good big gatherings here, and it's wonderful.
Yeah, it's kind of neat too because they open up into each other. They're private rooms. You can rent them. It's kind of neat because it kind of keeps each little party, together. It's kind of a little private area.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
And then we actually just opened up a patio in the back too. So we did a complete renovation out there. They had 10 tables out there this last year. And now there's over 80 seats outside.
80?
Yeah.
Wow. Mm-hmm. That's huge. Can you reserve that for private parties too?
We tend not to do that. We get so much walk-in traffic from that we really, we like people to be able to come sporadically and be able to get a seat outside. And we do shows out there. We do a lot of comedy. We do fundraisers out there. We do live music out there. Yeah.
Is all of that on a website, Facebook page? How would people find out about those events here?
Yeah, so if you like our Facebook page, all of those events are always posted generally weeks in advance.
Okay.
And so, we do our bookings pretty far in advance, so you can even go on our calendar on there and everything's on there.
Perfect. Mm-hmm. And if somebody wanted to reserve one of these, do they just call the front desk, or is there a place on your website to do that?
There is a place on our website and on our Facebook, or you can actually email. Our email is lastchancereservations@gmail.com.
Okay.
And it goes directly to our assistant manager who does reservations.
Perfect. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so easy. This is good.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. And then you've been here from the beginning, so.
Pretty much, yes.
Yeah.
Just after, or just before they finished the construction.
Okay.
I moved here originally from Michigan, moved around, and then landed here. Was here for 6 months. I just took some time off, moved around, but I got the job with them here for the first press season, and then ran that for them, and then moved a couple more places, and then actually moved back here basically a year to the day later. I've been here ever since.
So you were explaining to me before that it's not brewing that you guys do. So then you're not called a brewer. What are you called then?
Probably vintner.
A vintner.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's
it's closer to
term.
Yeah. Okay.
But our official title is head Cidermaker, so I don't know what that means, but
that you're the head cider maker.
Yeah.
You head it up.
Prestigious.
It sounds like it. Yes. Okay. So did you do this elsewhere? Is that why you were brought in?
This is my first time doing cider. I've run 3 breweries, 2 in Michigan and then 1 in Denver.
Okay.
And then
traditional breweries,
Kind of more smaller, not production, kind of brew pub style. So did that for I think coming up on 9 years I've been doing the alcohol thing. So,
Okay.
it's going pretty well.
And then you switched into apples.
Switched into apples, yeah.
Yeah.
My mom's real proud. Professional apple smasher. It's elbow dropping from the rafters, you get all the juice. And
It was pretty impressive. When I was having lunch here the other day, I was watching you guys do it. It's an impressive process.
yeah, it's a huge feat, honestly. We do the whole truckload in one day, so we do 40,000 pounds. We get roughly 3,500 gallons of juice. And then post-settling, so we settle that. We add,
What does that mean, settle that?
so we transfer all the juice to a tank, and then we add 2 types of enzymes.
Okay.
Those enzymes react with the pectins that are in there, settle out and clarify, and so we transfer off the clarified cider, and then we lose about 10% of our juice due to the sludge that settles out, the pectins and the apple matter that settles out. We just get better fermentations, much cleaner fermentations.
Okay.
And honestly, that's just the whole name of the game anyway.
Sure.
Anybody can make juice. We just have the equipment to do it in vast quantities.
Right.
So fermentation and controlling that fermentation and understanding is just everything to what we do.
So you get 3,500 gallons, you said, right? And from that, how long does that take to then go from the smashing point to be able to drink it?
We call it pressing. Sorry, bad joke, but
Yeah.
fermentation takes about 8 days, and then
8 days. Okay.
settling after that is the struggle for us right now. We did just buy a centrifuge to help with that. It goes down at the brewery. We are sister companies with Red Lodge Ales also.
Okay.
So they actually do all of our packaging for us. Anything that goes into cans or bottles, because they're set up for it.
Okay.
So, and that's kind of one of the struggles we struggle with, or it's one of the struggles we have is we only have a limited window to make every drop of cider that we need for the whole year. So our tanks fill up really quickly.
Okay.
And so that's why one of the reasons we ship it down to the brewery. So we bought a 6,000 gallon dairy trailer, and we fill that with a batch of cider, whatever it is, say like Flathead Cherry, and we ship that down to the brewery. They pasteurize it, and then they put it in the cans for us, carbonate it, and put it in the cans for us.
So you said Flathead Cherry. So apples are not the only thing that goes into your ciders then?
We actually now process our own cherry juice.
Okay.
So, and yeah, it's all Flathead cherries.
That's awesome. Okay.
Yeah, it's,
Keep
that's
in Montana.
another process.
So it's separate then from the apples.
Yep, that's usually, we get a truckload in end of July is when we'll get the Flathead cherries. So typically, last year I think we got about 80,000 pounds. So it's about 2 truckloads.
That's a lot.
Yeah, we burn through it. It takes about 300 gallons of juice to make one batch of cherry cider.
Really?
Yeah, 2,200 gallons of cider and cherry juice total.
Okay.
The whole batch.
So how long does that last you? Do you run out at some point in the year?
That's the point we're getting to where we don't want to anymore. This year's been a bit of a struggle with getting apples. Trucking, the world's kind of changed.
Sure, lots of supply chain issues for everybody. So where do your apples come from then?
Previously was about half would come from Michigan, and then half would come from an orchard that we have a relationship with in the river. The one in Michigan is a packing house, so basically all the apples that are picked and harvested in Michigan go through this packing house, and this giant machine determines whether they're grocery store, so they're a certain size, they look a certain way, and they go to the grocery store.
Okay.
And then the other ones get turned into juice, or slicing apples, or whatever they deem them. There's a couple different categories, but so really nothing goes to waste. And there's nothing wrong with the apples. They're just bigger, smaller, deformed, something like that. They all look pretty good, actually. I don't see why they can't go to the grocery store, but
I don't know.
I'm happy for it.
Yeah, right? Like you benefit from it. Interesting. Okay. So how long is the season that you actually receive apples then?
Typically first week of October. We're probably going to press until end of May this year.
Okay.
And that's with periods of breaks in between, just because, like I said, our tanks fill up, and we have to process it, get it out. And as I was saying before, I kind of went off track. the settling process is our biggest struggle right now,
Right.
and that is the yeast in solution. We call it flocculent. It's very non-flocculent. It stays in solution.
Okay.
And that's through years, or thousands of years, tens of thousands of years of, well, not tens of thousands, but thousands of years of forced evolution.
Who knows, yeah.
And so what that means is, same thing with like wine. There's huge benefits for, sometimes you'll see it says like aged on lees, and that is the yeast cells sitting on the bottom of the tank.
Okay.
And as the yeast cells break down, they generate protein, and that protein goes into the solution.
Okay.
Whereas like beer has protein, has higher carbohydrates, it has tannins, things like that. Wine has some tannins, but that protein goes in and adds more mouthfeel, more complexity to your product, to your wine, to your cider. And the only way to get that is by basically the yeast cells dying. And then as they break down, they pump out the proteins into your solution. And so aging is a very good thing for us, but the centrifuge is going to speed up that process, and clarify it. And we could go from apple to glass in probably 2 weeks' time.
Wow, that's
So
significantly
it
shorter.
takes months off. Yeah, it's about a 4-month aging process otherwise.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So, will you be able to produce more of those?
That's the plan, yeah.
Okay.
So the cherry, the pear, and the orchard run are 3 ones that we put in cans mostly. We are going to expand our can program.
Okay.
So we're going to add some of our single varietals like our Carmine, our Newtown Pippin, Pub Cider is going to go in there. Hopefully the Hip Hop. We'll see how the Hip Hop deals with pasteurization.
Okay.
And then, but those 3 don't really need to benefit from the aging process. They're kind of straightforward, and so the nuances that you would pick up from the decaying yeast cells is not necessary. So we can pump those out relatively quickly, and that will increase. We're hoping to reduce 65,000 gallons annually right now. We're hoping to get closer to 100 within the next 2 years.
Wow.
So
That's significant. Yeah.
Which we'll need.
Yeah. As you guys
at the growth rate that we're at right now.
You were saying that this is the busiest you've ever been, right?
Yep.
And we sort of look behind us and we're starting to see lots of people start trickling in as the evening goes along. You guys are full most of the time, right?
Yeah.
So
we've been doing really well this year.
That's really good.
Yeah.
So what are the best times for people to come in if they definitely want to be able to get in, get seated, that kind of stuff at the moment?
Honestly, with the patio, it doubles our capacity.
Okay.
So that's just a whole game, a whole new game changer that we'll go from being on an hour wait on Saturday nights to, 20 minutes, 25 minutes. So it's a big difference, but.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And are you pretty booked as far as things in these side rooms?
We do have quite a few pretty big parties in there. So if people were wanting to get in, now is definitely the time. Yeah, summertime, people just are doing parties again. I mean, everything is just getting so much bigger now that COVID's kind of subsiding a little bit. People are going out, people are doing retirement parties, people are doing birthdays, they're able to spend time with their families again. So it's nice that we can kind of provide a space for it.
How was COVID for you guys? Did you have to shut down for a long time? How did you manage through that?
I actually came in right on the swing of it.
We shut down for a little bit. What was it, 3 weeks or 2 weeks that everybody kind of shut down initially? And then we kind of opened back up to do just to-go sales for a little while. And then, when we could, what was it, 50% capacity at first. We did that. The nice thing about us is 50% capacity, we were already kind of set up for that anyway. So we were almost full capacity with meeting all the regulations and all the rules.
The distance between.
This building's huge. It's so big.
We take a couple tables out, but I think we lost our furniture. So we had a couple of couches and stuff like that, and we chose to get rid of those and actually just replace with tables instead, so that it's kind of a more lucrative, I guess. In times like that, everybody was pretty worried, so we made decisions. And so we brought the couches back to sit in front of the fireplace.
in here. Beautiful.
The owners, Sam Hoffman and Lindsay Hoffman, they live in Red Lodge. They actually own Red Lodge Ales as well.
Okay.
And they run Sam's Tap Room.
Okay.
In Red Lodge. So they started that business and then started Last Chance Cider a couple years later. But Sam's sister was an interior designer, so she actually designed this whole building.
I was just wondering.
But what's kind of neat about it is that she designed that fireplace to look like their family fireplace in Germany. So they used to go there for the summer. So that's where the idea for the fireplace came from.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's neat.
Very cool.
You didn't? Yeah.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. It's a gorgeous fireplace. So.
All handmade tiles too, actually.
Yeah.
Are they?
I think Mexico.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, it's definitely unique. I like all the light fixtures and the way that they have the, like it's looking this direction, how they have the wooden, I don't know, probably pulleys, old pulleys maybe?
Yeah.
They're very cool.
Yeah, she did a really good job with it.
You guys have a unique menu here,
We do.
right? What I like most is that I'm gluten-free, dairy-free. I can choose most things on your menu either already are or slight modification and I'm good.
Right.
So tell us about the menu. What do you offer? You're about to change it. What
Yeah.
things are staying? What things are being added? Give us all the details.
So our menu really caters to that group, that kind of gluten-free, people with a lot of health, a lot of trouble finding other places to eat.
Yeah.
We have a from scratch menu.
Okay.
So everything that comes out of our kitchen's from scratch. A lot of that is kind of alterable. So if you can't have dairy, you can remove it most of the time. It's nice too because all of our ciders are gluten-free.
Yep.
So our food can kind of pair with that as well. We are doing a new menu.
Okay.
We actually are working on bringing back some old things. We're kind of stepping up the game with getting some higher end some steaks on. Yeah, a couple new things.
Yeah.
So we're elevating a little bit in that aspect to kind of have a little bit bigger of a range.
Okay.
So you can come here for a birthday or you can come here just for a night out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I think my favorite thing on your menu is your Brussels sprouts.
The Brussels sprouts?
Yeah. When I told my husband that, he was like, that's disgusting. I said, oh no, you try them. So I brought him here on a date night, ordered them, and he ate almost all of them.
Yeah.
Because they are delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing on the menu right now?
I would say the nachos, honestly. Yeah.
They're so good.
Yeah, our nachos are really, really good.
Yeah.
We smoke all of our own meats.
Okay.
So the carnitas on there are smoked. We do a couple specials with those smoked meats too. On Fridays and Saturdays, we do a smoked prime rib dinner.
Oh,
yeah.
that's unique. I'll have to bring the husband for that. It's his favorite.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's kind of cool that we can smoke our own things, and we have a really versatile kitchen, which is kind of neat.
That is really neat.
Yeah.
How about you? What's your favorite on the menu?
Probably the Burmese pork route is kind of my go-to.
Oh, that sounds really good.
Or the smoked salmon tacos. Or
Those are delicious.
The nachos are always just
So good.
But that's just depending on the mood you're in. If you want to go home and basically just lay on the couch. That's kind of the go-to.
If you order those JoJo's, that's a meal in itself.
The JoJo's are also
Oh my gosh.
They're really good.
so much of the menu.
Is it 2, 3, 4? How many of them do they put on there? They're enormous.
I think there's 6, yeah.
No, I mean whole potatoes. They're sliced up, but they are serious. There's got to be 2 or 3. 2?
There's 2. Mm-hmm. They're really big
Impressive.
potatoes, though.
Yeah, they're huge. Delicious.
Yeah.
What I like about those salmon tacos is that normally when you go anywhere for a fish taco, they're like big chunks of fish. And I like that it's almost like shredded. Just smaller pieces. And I like that it's just easier to eat.
Yeah. That's nice too. We don't really have a big gaudy menu. I feel like we have more of a petite, kind of healthier style menu, which is something that we definitely wanted to bring to the table.
Yeah. And unique ingredients, like there's lavender in the JoJo sauce and stuff like that.
Yep.
That's just unique.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay. Anything else that you guys think that people should know? Anything we didn't cover?
I think so.
Okay.
I mean, during press season, we press on Thursdays, so come on down and
Come on Thursdays.
check that out. And then during press season too, we have fresh pressed apple juice on tap.
Oh yeah.
Really?
So yeah,
Okay.
that's pretty unique to.
So anybody who doesn't want the alcoholic version
Yep.
of it can come and get
Come
apple
in, the
juice.
kids can get it. It's not recommended for pregnant women because
Oh.
of
It's not.
pasteurized.
Yeah. Hours, location, all the things that people should know.
Yep. So we open at 11 a.m.
Okay.
And then we're open until 10 p.m. at night.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty easy to find us. Parking gets kind of hairy, but
worth it to walk a little ways,
yeah,
though.
honestly though, downtown parking, if you park along any of these streets and in a lot of these back parking lots are free after 5.
Right.
And so I think a lot of people don't know that, but it's not. I've never had an issue finding a space. But
It's awesome.
yeah, so we're open. We're not open major holidays. We let all of our staff, have that with their families. But yeah, we're open every 7 days a week.
Thank you guys very,
Yeah.
very much for sitting down. Next time you're downtown and looking for a delicious place to eat, come to the Last Chance Pub and Cider Mill. Or if you're just looking for a place to grab a drink before going down to one of the plays or something that's right down the street, hop in here. See you guys next time.